Okay, let's start factoring some more trinomials. And so far we have only worked with trinomials that have not had a number greater than 1 in front of the x squared. So the process is going to change slightly when we work with this type of trinomial that has a number in front of the x squared that is not 1. So let's get started. We're going to be looking for sorry about that. We're going to be looking for two numbers that multiply to whatever these two multiply to instead of just the 3. So 2 times 3 is 6. So we're looking for two numbers that multiply to 6 and add up to the middle term here, just a 7. Just the number that's multiplying the x. So, okay, we have two numbers that multiply to 6, add up to 7. Those numbers are going to be, how about 6 and 1? 6 plus 1 is 7. 6 times 1 is 6. And what we'll do is that we're actually going to split up the 7x into a 6x plus 1x. Of course, both these numbers came from the 6 and the 1, the numbers that we found through this process. So I'm going to bring the 3 down and the 2x squared over here. See, this process is slightly different, but it will be pretty reasonably simple once you guys have practiced. Now what we're going to do after splitting up the 7x into 6x and 1x is that we're going to factor by grouping, by pairing these elements here and those over there. So let's find the common factor between 2x squared and 6x. In that case it'll be just 2x. 2x squared divided by 2x is just x, and 6x divided by 2x is just 3. Now, what is the greatest common factor that we can have for 1, x, and 3? It'll be just 1. We have nothing else in common. 1x divided by 1 is just x. 3 divided by 1 is just 3. Now look at this. We have the same element over here and there. So we can just write it once in the final solution. And then we can combine the 2x and the 1 over here. 2x plus 1 times x plus 3 is the final answer. So now let's work on this guy with the same process basically. We're looking for two numbers that multiply to whatever 2 and negative 3 multiply to, in this case negative 6, and the two numbers will need to add up to negative 5. So two numbers that multiply to negative 6 add up to negative 5. They will be negative 6 and positive 1, because negative 6 plus 1 is negative 5, and negative 6 times 1 is negative 6. So let's split up negative 5x into negative 6x plus 1x. The 1 comes from here, right? From that number that we found. The negative 3 just comes down over here, and so does the 2x squared. And again, we can pair them off and factor by grouping. Over here, I can factor out a 2x, and 2x squared divided by 2x is just x. Negative 6x divided by 2x is just negative 3. And over here, these elements have nothing in common, so we'll factor out just a 1. 1x divided by 1 is just x. Negative 3 divided by 1 is just negative 3. By the way, if these elements are not the same, you have done something wrong, and you better start all over again, I guess. But in this case we do. We have x minus 3, so we write it just once in the final solution. And we can combine these terms over here, 2x plus 1. And that's it. 2x plus 1 times x minus 3 is the final answer.